I don't know how they did it, but they did. Let me tell you something. I am the believer. I am a believer that it truly does require the threat and fear of destruction, the threat and fear of Sony swooping in and firing people, where you can no longer rely on this game to be your major cash cow. It requires the fear of God to be placed in upper management for them to look around and go, holy shit, if we don't course correct right now, we're at risk of losing everything. Because before PlayStation purchased Bungie, and before PlayStation was like, hey, if you guys don't get your shit together, we are going to literally reach in and fire each and every one of these morons that you have running in upper management. The ship was just listless. The sails weren't up. Nobody was rowing. We were just out there at sea. We'd been hit by waves. We got sucked into a typhoon. Things were looking bad for us. Things were looking rough. Lightfall was promised to be the Infinity War to the Final Shape's endgame, and it failed in every single aspect. Was player engagement super high for those first few months? Absolutely. But the story was horrible. The activities that we had after that were lackluster and boring. The strikes were kinda unique, but at the same time, also very, very much fucking annoying. I am here to tell you right now, the Final Shape is the best expansion this game has ever received. The accolades and the laurels that people are bestowing upon it in regards to this game being the end game of Destiny are absolutely fucking well deserved. Not only is Prismatic so good, not only is Prismatic so much fun, but alongside Prismatic and these new updates that have been basically added to the sandbox for quality of life, you have this fantastic, rich story that is essentially being told. Like, I have never been one to feel something emotionally. The last time I felt something emotionally was when Kay died. And then I was running on pure demon time revenge for the next 8 hours, making sure I got all the way up to Aldrin and put him in the fucking dirt. I am one of those people that I believed that my guardian was the one who pulled the trigger. It wasn't Petra, it was definitely me who pulled the trigger to get revenge for my boy Cade. This expansion does such a fantastic job fleshing out all of these characters and breathing life into these characters. And I really have to give my hats off to Keith David. You had major shoes to fill coming in for Lance Reddick after he tragically passed away. And you hit the nail on the head. The amount of tension that you feel from Zavala during this run, there was a portion of me that he was doing such a fantastic job making Zavala feel raw emotionally, like this man who's just tired of losing everything, of losing his wife, of losing his son, of losing his best friend, of losing this little girl that he helped to raise, of having to protect this city, watching guardians and soldiers that he sends out to battle essentially die. This war-weary general. He does such a good job of this war-weary general that is essentially crashing out during 0 hour, where this is the point in time where he's supposed to hunker down and try and get the job done. He is spiraling because the whispers that he is hearing are whispers telling him how he is a failure, and if he came over to the other side, he'd be able to correct everything that he had basically let down, all the people that he had let down, the city that he felt as though he was letting down, that he didn't have to crash out, that he deserves so much more. On top of just the tension in the room between him and his friends who want him to continue leading them and being the point man on the charge. And Keith David, man, you did a fantastic job of being both weary tired of bullshit, and just absolutely fucking angry that once again you are in a situation where everything feels hopeless, and this God that gave you your powers that you pray to every single night isn't doing anything to help you while you're watching this evil entity potentially threaten your entire world and might just end up wiping out the entire last city. All those emotions that this individual is feeling, Keith David completely fucking nails it. And it was about towards the end of the campaign, I sat back and I started to wonder, I truly do wonder what Lance Reddick would have sounded like going through this. Would he have been able to hit all of those emotional tones? Like, it's one of those things where the new voice actor is doing such a good job that you take a step back and you go, damn, would Lance have been able to do this such a good job? Like, I have faith in Lance. He'd been with us for so long. We've seen him pissed off. We've seen him happy. We've seen him sad. But there was a moment where I sat back and I was just like, holy fucking shit. Keith David is absolutely fucking bringing it right now. And there's a part of me that wished, like that way back in the day when we went from Dinklebot to Nolanbot, there's always going to be that part of me that wants to hear what Lance's lines would have sounded like. But everyone else, from Cade to Crow to Ikora to the Witness himself, and talking about the Witness himself, finally, Destiny's equivalent to Thanos finally gets the treatment that he deserved. He is menacing. He's dangerous. You're just starting to see the phrase in the calm, where before he's always this looming threat that has like that underlying of rage right beneath the skin, but it really takes the final shape and us basically upending all of his plans for us to finally be able to peel back some of those layers and see that he is fucking terrified of our Guardian. He's terrified of the fact that we're mastering all of these powers. We're combining both the light and the dark in a way that he's never fucking seen before, and he's trying to figure out how he can stop us. So he's whispering to us, promising us power, promising us riches, trying to goad us to come over to his side, because he knows that we are the most likely individuals who are going to body his ass and completely stop his plans that have been in the works for millions of years. And it's so good. There's a mission where you have to run to basically get to Zavala in time to save him. There's no timer on the mission, but the mission was so good and the tension was so good that I found myself running as fast as I can, throwing out a grapple to try and boost myself to get to Zavala in order to save his life. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect writing. That's beautiful writing. All of I shouldn't really say the activities, but the encounters are unique, where they use certain mechanics that I really feel as though are going to pop up in the raid, the way in which they're essentially used as you go through the story. But there were so many different fights you end up in with these really, really unique and really, really good mechanics. It wasn't just, oh, there's a boss, blow up the boss. It's like, no, you have to go and do this to pull down this boss's shield, or you have to knock out this and that in order to get yourself a power boost so that you can power on through this thing. That's good design. Even though I don't like gatekeeping health, where you create segments on the boss's health bar which stop us from basically just absolutely fucking nuking the boss from 100 to 0 in a few minutes, I didn't mind it because the challenge of the boss was there, where it wasn't just, oh, I have to nuke you down and then you're probably going to teleport away and then I have to kill some ads. No, it's, I nuke you down, I probably get you to half, then you summon these things, then I have to go find the symbols and match them up to this other thing, and then come back and do this thing over here. That's good. That is fantastic. Give me more of that. One of the Bungie developers said that the strike was going to be the hardest strike that they ever created. I'm telling you right now, on normal, the strike was annoying, but it was a whole lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun doing this strike. It's beautifully designed, which is another thing that I really want to talk about, which is the design of the strike with the Ahamkara bones and using the powers to wish to bring down the boss's shields, but also the beauty of all these different zones where you start off in this lush, beautiful area with trees and waterfalls. Then you transition over to this area that's dying and slowly being corrupted. Then you go to this giant vista, this snowy mountain that you have to climb. Then you're back in the Cosmodrome and everything is dead and rusted and it's a wasteland. And as you progress, that tower off in the distance that the witness is conducting his experiment in is getting closer and closer, and it's dominating the skyline as there's purple smoke and lightning and all this other stuff in the sky. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful fucking design. The music's always fucking top tier. One of the things I can always enjoy about Destiny is just how good the music always is. The post-game activities, there's a lot of them. The second I got out of the post-game activities, I was bombarded with just a bajillion things. And that's great, because one of the things that I can honestly say that I hated about Witch Queen, and then I also kind of hated about Lightfall, which is once you beat the main campaign, you were basically just rotating back to what you were originally used to. Run Vanguard strikes, go do some Crucible. There's one or two new things here on Neomuna, but they're on a week lockout. This time around, there are just so many new nodes and so many new things for you to chase that I don't want to talk about them all. I really feel as though people should just go out and experience it for themselves. But man, let me tell you, if you are somebody that has stuck with Destiny, you're loving this expansion. This is the best expansion post shitty servers. This is the best expansion that we've ever had in a really, really long time. If you are somebody who hasn't played Destiny in a really, really long time, this is the best expansion that we've ever received. In my opinion, this expansion is better than Forsaken. It is also better story-wise, in my opinion, than Witch Queen. And we are only still in week 1. This expansion, this base expansion, has the DLC stuff. I shouldn't really say DLC stuff. It's the season pass stuff. I haven't even touched that yet. That's its own activity, its own engrams, its own quests, its own storyline. Haven't even gone anywhere near it because I'm still diving into the Pale Heart. And outside of that, there are so many new side adjacent things to chase in regards to Vanguard, PvP, and the new Pathfinder system that can give you unique and really, really good fucking rewards. But no, yes, not a no, yes. If you're interested in returning back to Destiny, now is the time to return back to Destiny. If you are somebody that you're like, I've been away for too long and I don't know what the story's like, My Name is Bife has literally put out a 6-hour video that covers Destiny from the beginning all the way to where it is right now, and I'm telling you, it is fantastic. It introduces all of the characters, hits all of the lore note points. You watch that entire thing, you can turn it into a 2-day process. You watch that entire thing over 2 days, maybe 3 days, you'll be completely caught up with the story. It's a fantastic watch. If you're out of the loop, it'll get you back in the loop and get you on the ground and running when you get back into the game. But this was worth every penny. This was worth every penny in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to scream it from the mountaintops that this is the best expansion we've ever received. And like I said, we're only still in week 1. Who knows what we're going to be receiving during Act 2, because right now we're in Act 1, Act 2. Later on, I think after 45 days, we go into Act 3. And then, of course, we've got the different expansions I keep calling them expansions, but they're the battle passes. We get the battle passes that are going to keep coming out. But yeah, if you're currently playing Destiny, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not currently playing Destiny, go ahead and jump on in. Come on in. The water is nice. Finally, we got the piranhas out. we got the toxic out. We got the garbage out. The water's crystal clear. It's not the water from Galveston. We got that Hawaiian water. Those blue sand, those blue ocean with the white sandy beaches. Not the dirty water in Galveston. That pristine vacation water that you see on the front of a tropical magazine. Come on in. It's finally nice and it's great to fucking be here. But yeah, this is definitely a buy in my opinion. Because yeah, no shit, I bought it, but you know you should also get it. And then there are a lot of promotions that are happening right now online for streamers that are giving out the game because they got codes for free. So pop into one of their streams, see if you can get a code. But yeah, let me know what you currently think about Destiny: The Final Shape. Comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.